Männer! Es war ein langer Krieg. Es war ein tapfer Krieg. Ihr habt tapfer und stolz für euer Vaterland gekämpft. Seid eine besondere Truppe, die ineinander einen...
Hey everyone, Hydra here, and this is Warhammer 40k Deathwatch 3 of 4. Pretty sure I talked about number 1. I don't think I reviewed number 2. Not for any particular reason, I just didn't. But I want to go ahead and talk about 3. Partially because it's really good, partially because I got like absolutely no comics last week. So this one is convenient to do now. Also, my last video was about One Punch Man, and I missed the perfect opportunity to talk about Tim Lim's new book, which he has coming out through Antarctic Press, which is called One Trump Punch Man? Anyway, it's a One Punch Man parody about Trump. And it looks funny. The art's going to be on point as always. I didn't look to see if Pellegrini's going to be writing for it again. If he is, then you can pretty much guarantee it's going to be an on-point satire and probably pretty hilarious. Kind of looking forward to asking my liberal comic shop to pre-order it for me. They're always big fans of some of the stuff I like. And yeah, I really should have talked about that on the last video, but it was early and I didn't, and I'm sorry. Oh, and the nice thing is it's actually going to be in comic shops. You won't have to go through Kickstarter. Well, you won't have to go through Indiegogo like you have with Trump Space Force and a lot of other of these new indie comics coming out. I also think it's kind of funny that all Tim has to do is draw a funny picture, and then his publishers are just like, hey, let's make this a book. That'll be fun. The guy's awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about Deathwatch. I'm not going to dig into the plot of this. It's plot-wise, it's fairly simple. They're just trying to they're just doing typical Warhammer stuff. So if you're not familiar with Warhammer, definitely check out some of the trade paperbacks. Play one of the games. If you're not into gaming, read the comic. If you're not into comics or games, but you do like books, like novels, then check out the books. Dan Abnett's Eisenhorn trilogy is just... It is, in my opinion, the best thing Dan Abnett has ever written. If he can write better than that, then I would absolutely explode my brain. The freaking subplot love story between Elizabeth and Eisenhorn is... It's shockingly good. I hate love stories, but man, the feels for that... anyway, I won't get into it because that's a totally different thing. But anyway, this Warhammer is written by Dimsky Boden. Art is by Betten, Enhart, and Steen. Probably messing up those accents for those names. This guy's a good writer. The art is good. I like this little intro bit. It gives us a quick explanation on the person and their position. Gives us a background on the story. This is cool. I don't know if this is following any specific set continuity because I'm honestly not super familiar with Warhammer 40k. I've read a few of the novels, played a few of the games, but there is literal years worth of story building, back history, and lore that you can get into with the the Warhammer series. It's quite impressive. Very, very big world. But this, here we're following essentially various groups of space marines, and they're going to this planet to just essentially carry out a mission. And it's fantastic. The honor-bound future soldiers are just great. Even if you have no prior history with these, go out, snag a trade paperback, or pick up issues 1, 2, and 3 of Deathwatch. Doesn't matter where you choose, it's going to be hard to go wrong. You're not going to be missing out on any sort of intricate plot holes or anything like that. It's real easy to jump into these comics, these stories in general, and it's just good, solid action. Plus, if you like honor-bound warriors, if you like sci-fi, if you like giant guns and extremely vicious combat, this is for you. One unfortunate thing about this particular book is it does kill off one of our soldiers. It's probably not who you would expect. It is a good fight, or a good death scene, though. And it gives you some sort of insight into what type of people these soldiers are, if you're not familiar with the Warhammer universe. I will say some of the other books have probably had, like, superior art, but this is, I would say, beyond functional. This is good. Really, my only complaint, and this is just a lot of modern comics, is I wish digital coloring wasn't so prominent, or that they spent more time not making it look so digital. I think it washes out a lot of really good art. And there are some fantastic fight scenes in this. But as you can tell, Titan Comics has a few Warhammer. So the reason I'm not getting too much into the story is because I don't want to ruin anything, and even just showing too many pictures, I might accidentally show you something that's gonna poke a hole in the plot for you. Well, poke a hole in the story for you. Plot's pretty basic. But Titan Comics, I've speak highly of them before, and I'll continue to speak highly of them. In my opinion, they're doing some of the best comics right now. The way they handle video game IPs is just fantastic, and matches the lore very, very, very well. Haven't seen that, but that looks cool. Here's the cover for our final issue. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna ruin anything by going back another page. Dang, that's a cool cover right there. Big Percival. I wish they had that. Alright, so I'm kind of just digressing into rambling and muttering about nothing. So anyway, thanks for watching. Definitely pick up Warhammer 40k. Support Titan Comics. Price. This was $3.99. I think it's well worth it. And I don't really have anything else to say except, yeah. Hell Hydra, baby. You guys have a good one.